Hey, another Fearless Friday here. I'm Dennis Grilling, got the BadAss Harmonica website. Each Friday I try to put up a little mini lesson taking a lick from one of my live performances in the membership section this month. I actually have something on chromatic. I got a few requests for some chromatic stuff. It's not going to be too complicated. I get people asking me more beginner stuff, more advanced stuff. So I'm going to be doing all these things each week, a different kind of clip, a different kind of context, different positions. And I have a chromatic thing from a live performance that I did in California, actually with the Nick Moss band, doing William Clarke's Blown Like Hell on a B-flat Hohner 270. Check out the clip here. I'll explain what I do and I'll break it down for you. So this is a B-flat 270, as I mentioned. You can use any B-flat chromatic, or you can choose any chromatic if you're doing this in third position that will apply. And I will be using the button just a little bit, but I'll explain what I'm doing. A little lick where I'm just changing one or two notes for the chord changes through the 12-bar pattern. So the first time I play the line, it sounds something like this, and I'll break it down and play it for you slower. Okay, so what I'm doing musically is hitting the fifth to the fourth to the fifth again to the flat third and raising the flat third up to the major or natural third, fitting over the one chord melodically. So of course I'm tom blocking this and I'm playing octaves while I'm playing all of these notes. Starting out with the 7 draw and 11 draw tom blocked octave. Then I go 7, 11 blow octave. Then again back to the 7, 11 draw. So it's in, out, in on the same holes. 7 and 11, I'm blocking 8, 9, and 10 with my tongue. My mouth is covering 7 through 11. Then I go to 6, 10 draw octave, and then 6, 10 draw octave with the button in, raising that flat third that you get with the 6, 10 draw to the natural or major third with the button in. There you go. Now I'm fitting that over the one chord melodically, because even if you play blues, as long as it's not minor, that natural third is part of the chord. It's in that triad. It's part of the arpeggio. It's in that chord. It is a chord tone over that one chord. So it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. And I repeat it again. But when I go to a 4 chord, here's where the change is. I want you to listen now that I'm making a change in my lick for the chord changes in the progression, the 12-bar chord progression, even though it goes by fast. Listen for it, and I'll tell you what I'm doing next. Okay, now for the 4 chord coming up, I'm starting off the same with a 7-11 draw, blow, and draw octave, but now I'm going to the 6-10 blow, and then 6-10 blow with the button in. And what that does is it starts that line, the last 2 notes of that line, a half step lower. So I'm going from the 6-10 blow, which is the second scale degree, up to the 6-10 blow with the button in, which is the flat third, which is the note you want over the 4 chord, which is what we're doing here. Maybe too much information for you, or maybe more than what you need, but this is why it's working. So up until this point, it sounds like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Right, you can hear that chord change just by those 2 notes. And those 2 notes are just brought down a half step to fit the chord change. And back to the 1 chord riff again. So what I did over the 5 chord, which is actually the 2-5 in this song, not the 5-4, it's a 2-5 change in this song. I started with the 8-12 draw octave, then the 7-11 draw octave, then the 6-10 draw with the button in octave, then to a 7-11 blow octave, because that note fits over these changes well. I usually do a little slide, quick glissando right down to that 6 draw with the 6-10 draw with the button in. You don't have to do that, but. And then of course, I end up going back to the 1 chord riff and I segued into another riff. But through these chord changes, I'll play it once through, slower speed like I've been doing, then speed it up a little bit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. right? So there you have it, breaking down it's like a horn line, which is appropriate for this style of music. William Clarke was very much influenced by the horn stuff, by the organ trio stuff. A lot of this swing and jump blues stuff comes from that type of music. The jump blues, there was no harmonica being played in it. It was primarily saxophones and other horns and piano. And only later on, electric guitar came to be a big instrument with that. But it was mainly a lot of horn stuff. So listen to the jump blues stuff, listen to the swing stuff if you really want to get in the mindset to play and improvise this kind of stuff, which is what I did in the song right here. So B flat 12-volt chromatic. If you don't know what I'm doing on the BadAss Harmonica website, check it out right now. What are you waiting for? Because every month I have new content. It comes in and comes out. Each month it changes with webinars, my notes, stuff to listen to, stuff to focus on and learn, and stuff to jam with my jam tracks. I'll see you soon. Hey, in case you didn't know, I'm Dennis Grueling, and I run the BadAss Harmonica website. Each and every month, I have a membership section with changes, with new content, with webinars, lessons, curated playlists, my radio shows, jam tracks to play along with, lots of Q&As on the website, as well as a live VIP Q&A webinar for the VIP members each and every month. A lot of historical information on the classic and legendary blues harp players, vintage gear, and so much more. Every single month this changes. It's not the same old licks and lessons. It helps you think differently, play differently, and practice differently so you can think like a real musician.